Hello investors and welcome back to Just Randy Stocks. During this video, I wanted to give you an update on the pattern that I'm seeing with Proterra. So there's some good news, and with the limited data that we can see from the chart, I mean the chart doesn't go back that far, there's definitely some patterns that this stock has been creating, and I want to make sure that you understand that everyone's looking at the same charts and same patterns. Before we do that, I just wanted to give everyone a big thank you for the thumbs up that you gave me in the last Proterra video. I've never had over 100 likes on a single video, and I was like, what is going on? There's like almost 3,000 people watching the video and you get like 50 likes, and it's like, what the hell, man? Am I that bad? But yeah, these are painful to watch sometimes, so I figured what people appreciate is maybe a little less editing, so that way it's not like and maybe not go as deep into some of these items. So I think that's what you're going to see during this video. I'm going to start tweaking these. I'm going to get a microphone, get some better lighting, get a better computer as the channel grows, so you won't have to watch painful videos too much longer in the future. So just hang in there, and hopefully it won't be that painful for too long. So let's talk about the economics behind the stock first. So with growth stocks, now you know Proterra is expecting those big margins and lots of volume and serial production in 2024 and 2025. So of course we could see it earlier. We could see momentum in 2023. Just remember, we're almost out of 2021. So 2022 is here and it's not that far away. So just hang in there. I know this is painful for a lot of you, but I'm going to show you a pattern. So global economic weakness in China, that's where the Delta variant started. And if they're hitting their second slowdown economically, then of course we're looking at that from a perspective of supply chain issues. But how strong is our vaccine? And supposedly our vaccine's a little stronger than theirs. There was also weakened retail sales. That was 1.1, I believe. It was lower than expected. Also, the Fed was due to speak today on the topic of tapering, and all of these things with the uncertainty, causes some volatility in the price action and can have impacts on the growth stock. So if you want to know more about tapering, feel free to pause the video, Google this. Very good, straight to the point article on what does the Federal Reserve mean when it talks about tapering. The House, we know next week that there should be progress with the infrastructure bill, and any catalyst with a stock is good news. So let's go straight into FinViz. Now, FinViz, for those of you that never used it, I've done a video on FinViz before on how to use this tool, but it gives you the charts for those of you that aren't comfortable with looking at the charts and you're like, look, I might not be looking at this chart the right way, so can somebody do it for me? Just put in the ticker symbol in finviz.com. That's finviz.com. So to me, this looks like a falling wedge pattern. So this is the 5-day chart, and this is tradingview.com. I also did a video on how to use tradingview.com. You can see these dips here and the stairs that just are going down. And then right here, you could see it hit support and then hit resistance right here, right? Look at that. Right here, hit resistance, and then came down. And then once again, look, it hit here. So the support lines are resistance lines, and it's going down, but you're starting to see it bounce off a little bit more noticeably. So that's what you want to see. You want to see it hit a support line, then it comes up and really hits. But these were, the percentages here are a little bit easier to see on Robinhood, so I'm going to go through that, so stick around. I'm going to make sure that this makes sense to everyone, but I want you to pay attention to volume too. We're at the trading volume. You can find this on Yahoo historical data tab on Yahoo Finance. Just type in the ticker symbol, and down here you can say you want volume. So what is the average trading volume? It's 1.7 million, and in the last week we have had solid trading volume that's been double the average. It's nothing crazy. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. So in the 1-day chart, you can see it came down here and hit about a 3.5% decline. But look over the last week. Over the last week, we had about 20% loss. It says 18%, but it was about 20% at the bottom of this morning. So on day one, 5 trading days, day one, 6% loss. Day two, about a 7% loss. Look at these two dips. Look at what time it is. Okay? And then on the third day, not as much. I would say that was about 4%, and this was about 3.5%. Look at the bounce off of the support line here. You didn't see as much. It's not as noticeable back here, right? Watch today for another it's bouncing off that support. Let's see how high we can get today, but continue to watch that. And then this would be the trading strategy for someone that's deciding to get in on this for their first time. Say you want to start a position or you're trying to average down. The way you get to the bottom, because at the end of every single one of my videos, I talk about buy low, sell high, right? Buy low. This is a trading strategy for buying low. Say you're terrible at finding the bottom. The bottom is it's so difficult to find the very bottom. Take half of your spend. And it's just easiest to talk about increments of $100. I've got $100. I want to take $50 and I want to take whatever the price is in the morning and say it's up. It's faking me out in the morning and it's making me think it's going to be positive. It did this yesterday too. It was showing pre-market positive and then it dropped off because people are selling at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon and then it's dropping off the next day. Day traders are taking a 5 to 10% gain for the day because there's people that just get paid to do this. That's what they do. And they're watching the charts. These charts are predictable. You can see it. It's very clear. So it's going to go down. And you can assume tomorrow morning that this is going to take a 3.5% loss tomorrow morning. You could be conservative and say 3%. Because, Randy, I don't want to miss the bottom. There's even people that said, you don't even have to talk about that because I don't have any more money to spend on this. I just need it to come back up. When's it coming back up? So if you are looking to start a position, it's only relevant for you or you're looking to average down. Now, why would you average down if your average is already in the $10 range? I would say wait for something crazy to happen if it was to go to the $8 or $7 range. But that's why you got to continue to watch it. But if you feel comfortable that this has had a 20, 25%, I would say 30% loss over a week in a descending triangle pattern. Now, as those lines come together, and I'll show you here, you see they're starting to get closer, right? This gap is starting to cross. When those lines cross, and like the analyst said, $8, that's what they were expecting. But I'm telling you that even if you were looking to do what other people do and trade this in the morning, 3% loss, and then if this hits the green line, because it's starting to do this bounce, I mean, you can look at the percentages that take sort of an estimate that it's consistently been losing anywhere from 6, 7, 4%. I know this is going to drop this much. You could wait for it to bottom out. So as soon as the market opens, it hits a bottom. This is a second bottom, and then it starts to recover. And this last week, we had one bottom there. You could say this was a two bottom, a second bottom. So here's a second bottom here. 9:30, market opens, it drops. I'm waiting for that second drop before I even buy. You could put a buy order in and then save the other 50% for the next morning to buy in low again. I mean, there's a strategy there. That's what some of these day traders are doing. That's all I have for this video. I hope you got something from it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're going to be talking about something else than Proterra, unless something crazy happens. So I'm going to start working on that video today, or those videos today. I'm going to try and release 2 more. But thank you again for all of your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.